I'm Batman. Welcome to the running channel. When you first start out running, just hitting certain time or distance goals is probably enough for you. But what if you're happy with the distance you're running and just want to get that bit faster? I'm Anna, and today on the running channel, we're going to give you a few tips on how to run faster. When you're relatively new to running, or perhaps you're coming back after a break or an injury, then being consistent is one way to help increase your speed. Just by throwing in an extra run a week, you'll notice yourself getting fitter and therefore faster. So say you're going from running a couple of times a week, stick to running 3 times a week and adding that extra run in, and you'll noticeably see an improvement to your speed. If you feel that you've already maxed out at 3 runs a week but you're not getting any faster, why not try and throw in an interval session into your schedule once a week instead? You can check out our video on how to run track for some more tips about intervals. But basically, what we're saying here is in order to run faster, you need to run faster. So the interval sessions are short bursts of faster running, which makes it more manageable to maintain that pace because you're going faster, but for a shorter amount of time. So you're getting your body used to running faster, and then you can then run faster for longer the more you do it. The ultimate goal of any interval session should be to reduce your recovery time. So say, for example, you're doing a session that is 8 reps of 400 meters with 2 to 3 minutes recovery in between each rep. As you progress and do that session more frequently, you should be cutting down the amount of time that you take for recoveries in between those reps. Also, when you're training for a specific distance and you're doing interval sessions, the total amount of distance for that session should be slightly more than what your actual race is going to be. So for example, if you're training for a 5K, then your interval session should be slightly more than 5K. Because with all those recoveries linked in, you've got time to then stop and then restart and be fast again. When you come to race day, you don't have time to stop. So you have to do all of those reps continuously without any rest at all. If you want to get faster, you are going to have to push yourself out of your comfort zone, and it might hurt a bit. It's as much about getting your head around it as your lungs and your legs. If you're quite happy at the pace that you are and trotting along, then that's absolutely fine. Stick to what you love. But if you do want to get faster and run faster than you've ever run before, just be aware it is going to be a little bit uncomfortable. If you hanker after a faster parkrun time or just generally a faster pace altogether, but you don't want to commit to getting more miles in on the road, then gym work could be the way to improve for you. You can do things like spin classes or HIIT classes, basically anything that's going to get your heart rate up and really get you working hard. There is no real substitute for some hard running in order to get your faster pace, but doing some stuff in the gym, whatever floats your particular exercise boat, is all good to help you with that end goal of getting faster. Gym work is great though, particularly strengthening areas like your core. It can also help to do work on your glutes, as they tend to do the lion's share of the work when you are running, and by building up the muscles in your glutes, you're then going to take the strain off other areas, particularly in your calves and the rest of your legs when you are out running. And this is all beneficial to ultimately running faster. Many people say they get out of breath too quickly when they try and run faster. Now, this may just be a case of needing to improve your fitness slightly, but actually what it can be is that the faster you're running, you feel a little bit more panicky and you start breathing higher up in your chest. This is particularly true when it's colder outside as well. So really focus on your breathing when you're trying to pick up the pace. It's a bit like singers. They need to breathe in right down deep from their diaphragm and make sure that the breath is coming much, much deeper than up here. That will then help you lose that panic breathing momentum. Also, a good way of trying to overcome this panicky breathing is to try and mentally count in your head. Now, that's what Paula Radcliffe did when she was having particularly tough times during races. And if it's good enough for her, it's good enough for us. So to recap, some ways to increase your pace and get a bit faster at running include being consistent, throwing some speed work in, understanding that it might hurt a little bit. Focus on your breathing and perhaps throw in some gym work as well. Hopefully you found this video helpful. Leave us a comment below to let us know any tips that you have for how to run faster. Don't forget to subscribe to the running channel, and we'll see you next time.